Alright YouTube, here we are, second vlog of the day. This time I'll be doing a movie review before I see the movie. So this movie I have low expectations for, and there are two reasons for that. The first one being I hadn't followed anything about this movie. I didn't know this movie was coming out, but my mom mentioned it to me and mentioned how this isn't the director's like typical niche, how he doesn't direct sci-fi movies or big sci-fi movies or anything like that. So it kind of caught my attention, but when I googled the movie I saw pretty poor reviews. But I don't know, I've seen some poorly reviewed movies that I've enjoyed, whether they're guilty pleasures or if I've honestly liked them or if they were just okay, you know. I just figure, you know, I'll go into this movie for my own opinions and be like, you know, creative and unconventional by seeing unpopular movies and giving my honest thoughts. So before I see the movie, I'm gonna guess I'll think it's probably like okay or average. Maybe it'll be terrible, maybe it'll be a lot better than I expected, but right now my expectations are fairly neutral, leaning a little more towards enjoying the movie. Worst thing a movie can do is bore me, so as long as this movie doesn't do that much, I won't have too big a problem, because The Crow did bore me a few times, and that's why I wasn't as excited for the movie, as I knew it had bad reviews and had a lot of controversy, but I honestly didn't hate the movie except for those boring parts. So I imagine this movie might be along those similar lines, although I do expect this movie to be a little better. So let's just go see the movie, and Inktober Part 2 will be debuting very soon, so I'll let you guys know my thoughts on this movie momentarily. And last but not least, actually my favorite of the trailers was Gladiator, which is starring some cool actors and a great setting. I really look forward to this movie coming out in, I believe, November or December, later in the year, pretty close to winter. I think actually December, but definitely looking forward to Christmas time for this movie among many other things. So yeah, that's my opinion on about like 4 trailers I saw and the movie Megalopolis. So thank you all for watching. Stay tuned for more soon. I love movies. Goodbye. And the next movie was The Wolfman, which does not look interesting to me at all. I know I mentioned I see movies even if they get poor reviews if I'm interested, but this movie would have to get good reviews in order for me to even consider watching it. So unlike most movies, if this movie does get a poor review, I'm not going to bother watching it and probably won't watch it at all. So the first movie trailer I saw was a movie called Here, which is starring Tom Hanks and another actress whose name I forgot, but definitely looks like an interesting movie and definitely a good movie. I know that was a pretty repetitive statement, but something I did want to mention about this movie trailer is that it kind of gave me the vibes and reminded me of the series WandaVision, which was a series I really liked. I never got around to finishing it, but all the early episodes I saw of WandaVision I really liked. And speaking of that, the other Marvel movie I saw was the Captain America Falcon. I don't know what the movie's called, but the one starring Harrison Ford with Red Hulk and where Falcon is the new Captain America. I thought it looked okay. I have pretty low expectations for the movie, but it doesn't look terrible. Alright YouTube, so I just got back from the movie Megalopolis, and I have to say this movie definitely exceeded my expectations, which were fairly low, but this movie was a lot better than I expected it, and I'm honestly surprised at the low ratings it's been getting. But you know, as I mentioned, I want it to be as authentic and true to myself and see a movie I was looking forward to, even if it got poor reviews. And honestly, I really like this movie. Like all my reviews, I want it to be a spoiler-free review, but I have to say that the concept and premise were very fascinating and interesting. My biggest gripe with this movie is that there were points where I was kind of confused about what was going on with like the setting and the concept, but after a while I understood it a lot better. The movie definitely had a great all-star cast, and I really like Adam Driver as an actor and Aubrey Plaza as well as a few other faces I recognized, because, you know, like I said, this was an all-star cast. And yeah, before I saw the movie, there were some previews that I want to talk about. So in conclusion, Megalopolis, definitely a good movie. I'd say maybe 8 out of 10 if I had to give it a rating. Now let's get to the trailers that I saw before that I want to talk about.